When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are.
Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, I Can Make You Blush. This video is going to be on eyebrows. So if you are interested and want to know more about how to do eyebrows, please stay tuned for this video. Anyways, so let's get started talking about eyebrows. Before I get started, I'm going to let you guys know I am a very brand loyal to Anastasia Beverly Hills. I keep her Pro Palette in my kit, my professional kit here, that I take on photo shoots and things, and then I also keep her Pro Palette in my personal makeup bag because nobody does eyebrows like she does. You guys can comment if you think somebody does, but I'm obsessed. I go to, if you want to look at my eyebrows before I put anything in them to see, the reason that they pretty much match as close as I think they can, is because I go to my Anastasia girl, shout out, Melissa, I love her, in Nashville. If you have a Nordstrom's near you, most of them, double check online before you go in so you don't hate me and never watch my channel again. Most of them though have an Anastasia studio, and you can get your brows perfectly manicured by one of her estheticians, and it's the bomb. It's changed my life, it's changed my artistry. I'm obsessed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, for brow beginners, just a quick easy way to fill in your brows, and then at the end I'm going to show you what I do to make mine look a little more Instagram-y, like I'm a brow girl. If you watched any of my other videos, you've seen I'm a brow girl. So anyway, first thing that you do when doing brows is you fill them with a powder. So I'm going to show you how to do that, or you mark them. I'm going to show you the marking part first. What I do, and this is just my preference, is I do a warm color brow pencil to outline my brows, and then a little bit more ashy color in the brow because my brows are mouse colored like my hair. So yes, that's what I'm going to show you first. So the first thing that I do, and I am using just the medium brown, that's the one I use. I'm taking a brow brush. Sorry Anastasia, I am actually using, you'll see in all my videos, these are my favorite brushes in the world, the IT brushes that you can no longer get at Sephora, and I'm using their brow brush. I prefer a rougher brow brush, these are specifically for brows. I know that Anastasia brow brushes tend to be synthetic. Those are awesome too. This is my preference because I have like bushy, crazy brows. So the first thing I do when I'm filling my brows is I mark them. So here's how you know what your brows are supposed to be shaped like. Your brow should be starting center of the nostril straight up here. That's where your brow should be starting. Your brow ends, it's tricky to do this because I'm looking at the camera and looking at you, out like it lines up with your lash line, like this. So if your lash line could rise up, that's where it ends. So I just kind of do like a little tiny mark. Sorry, I'm going to be looking at the mirror too. And then your brow should arch when you're looking straight ahead in the mirror, where your pupil is in the middle of your eyeball. That's where you should be arching. So not bragging, but like I said, I know mine are on point because I go to my Anastasia girl. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark the other side the same way. Center of the nostril straight up, outside like this, and then looking straight ahead through the pupil. And you see how I brought it when I did this part up onto my nose? That's important. Right there. Now I will tell you, Anastasia shaped brows I personally think are the most ideal. I'm gonna fill this in with a powder while I'm talking to you guys. It is definitely a very distinguishable brow though. When you see an Anastasia brow, you know it's an Anastasia brow. It's based on, for those of you who want to know a little bit of fun facts about her, Anastasia actually went to school to be an architect. So her whole brow theory, her stencils, she offers stencils, everything is very symmetrical. It's actually based, or inspired by, I guess, off of Michelangelo's Golden Ratio. So that, if you know anything about that, it covers symmetry in everything, the face, structures, buildings, you name it. And so when you shape your brows the Anastasia way, you are shaping them with a very ideal symmetry. It's customized to your own bone structure. Anyways, fun facts. Tangent. You'll see tangents in all my videos because I'm a tangent girl. Okay, anyway, so you saw I marked and then I filled with the powder. So now what I'm going to do is, now this is a preference thing. I like to do this before I outline my brow. So this, for you natural girls, you can do this. This will fill in those little sparse spots. If you have, I don't have one that I can grab. If you have like little patchy bald spots, or like your brow stops here, but you need it to come out here, Anastasia makes Brow Fix. It's just a wax pencil, and you can put that on any of those places where you are missing hair, and what it'll do is it'll let the powder have something to stick to. So I see people like run that through their brow. I prefer brow gel for what I run through my brow, but yeah. Anyway, okay. So what I'm going to do next is so if I had to have one Anastasia product forever, it would be this, which, don't get mad at me, Anastasia, but I'm obsessed with her dual-ended eyebrow highlighters. One side is matte and one side is shimmer. If you look on like Instagram or anything, you can see underneath the brow, people always have that really clean look. It's something like this. I would wager your favorite Instagram makeup artist, it probably is this. These are my favorite. She makes a pink one too. I use the beige. It's my favorite. The pink one's awesome too if you're fair skinned or if you have a lot of those pink undertones. So all you do with this is you take it up under the brow, and like I said, I do this after I fill with the powder but before I outline, and you just kind of blend it in. And again, I'm so sorry I don't have a ton of makeup on. This is just going to be how it's going to be depending upon what process in my routine you get to see me in. So you just kind of line it underneath. Always do this first, and when you see me do my eyeshadow in another video, I'll show you why. Just when you blend there should always be a color right here that blends your shadow look and your brow bone so that it has a nice fade to it. So if you do this last, it's too obvious. It's not as natural looking. So, okay. So you do that, and then what I'm going to do is, and for this part I may have to grab a mirror, but I'll be sure I show you before I blend it. Okay, so I'm going to take my Brow Wiz in Caramel. And the reason these pencils, if you search for a brow pencil online, this is probably always going to be the first thing that comes up. The reason these sell so well is it's a pencil to powder formula. So you can draw a line, I don't know if you can see, as dark as you want, but when you, oh no, my spoolie came off. When you brush through it, now you wouldn't like rub up and down like that. It softens it. So you can it's just, they're awesome. You can have a really nice blended look. You can have that really defined look. It won't matter. So, okay, I'm going to grab my mirror really quick, and I will be looking up and doing this as we go. So, you don't have to push hard. But I'm going to let you see what I did here in a second. So, okay, first thing I do is, and let me see if you can see that. You see that line right there? Don't panic. We're going to blend it down. I do that underneath on both sides. I'm going to do it on both sides here. Now, Anastasia, she makes other products too for different ways of filling the brow. She recently came out with a product called Dip Brow, and I'm going to do a whole nother video on that sometime because I'm obsessed with it. Okay, so you can see that line's underneath on both. My brows stop just shy of where they're supposed to be, so I have to bring my line out a little bit further. And then on the top, I don't bring the line like all the way. I know some Instagram makeup artists do. I'm not saying either way is right or wrong. I don't personally do that because I have enough brow in the middle. What I do is I go on the top and I kind of connect it like this. You can see, boom, boom. And then this isn't meant to fill in the entire brow. I know a lot of people do. It's a line and define thing. At least that's what I use it for. But if you have, the cool thing about it is if you have little places where you're missing hair, you can take and just do like little short strokes, and it makes hair-like strokes, and when you brush it through, it's just perfect. So I'm gonna brush this out. I like to keep that bottom line kind of defined. I like that. You definitely certainly don't have to, but I do. And then right here where I'm a little sparse, I just do like little short lines. Let you see what that looks like. Pretty. Okay, so, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side again where that arch is. And sometimes, like, if you can't find your arch where you did that, the one through your pupil, I will lift right there, and you can kind of see it creates the arch for you. Like, I can see where I need to draw that line. So sometimes, and I know on this side I'm a little less arched, or I just have less hair in my arch, I'll do that first and then just kind of taper it down, and then do this. Yeah. The other cool thing about these is it's just magical. If you have a spot where you maybe messed up a little bit, if you just kind of brush, it just comes off. Which, I know you're probably like, well, how do I know it's not going to come off during the day? Well, it doesn't. I don't know how to tell you it doesn't. I just know that it doesn't. So there you can see, you know, when you can see at a distance and cameras and all things and the lighting. Anyway, so there you can see that's a Anastasia brow. Like I said, I like mine to be a little bit darker. I'm gonna have a lot more eye makeup on here in a little bit, so I fill mine in a little bit darker. You definitely don't have to. When in doubt, you can, even if you're not blonde, with Anastasia, as I drop my pencil, it's gone to the deep world of down here. Okay, even if you're not blonde, with Anastasia's brow stuff, you can, if you're new to it, you can use that Ash Blonde Brow Wiz and it'll be perfectly fine. So the last thing that I do is, and I grabbed this because I thought this was my brow gel, but it's not. That is a mascara, and I do not put mascara in my brows. Okay, the last thing that I do is, and you're going to want me to fast forward through this. I promise I'm not crazy, and I promise I'm organized. Where is she at? Okay, I found her. No, I didn't find her. Okay, the last thing that I do is, like, I don't even know. The thing is, I need my brow gel. Okay, well, the last thing I do is brush a brow gel. Nope, that's mascara too. Christina Marie NYX. Where is it? Outfit of the day, shout out. The last thing I do is I run a brow gel through my brows, but unfortunately, my absent-mindedness, I just missed it. So, pretty basic. I guess you really don't need to see me do that. You just brush it in. That's it. That's all you do. I just would really love to show you for my own, like, obsessive compulsiveness so you can see it. Well, okay. Well, you're just going to have to take my word for it that that's what I do at the end of it, and I promise I'm not making it up. It comes in a silver tube. Looks a lot like this right here. It's a brow gel. If you go to Sephora, if you go to Ulta, if you go anywhere that sells Anastasia products, you're going to be able to find it with ease. Just say, I need the clear brow gel by Anastasia. She also has it in colors. I like the colored ones more if you're a blonde, or if you're a redhead, or if your eyebrows are just so dramatically different from your hair color. It definitely helps with that instead of having them tinted. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's always an option as well. You can ask your hairstylist to tint them. I know some do, some don't. But anyways, so that is eyebrows. I'm sorry for the little situation with the missing brow gel. Okay, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I promise I'll edit a lot of that out. And if you're watching this after it's edited, you're like, what did she edit out? Okay. Alright, bye guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
'Cause girl, you're amazing.